Yes, everybody, welcome back. My name is Stephen Howson, and this is 5 things that we learned watching Manchester United overcome West Ham yesterday. In at number 1 then, tale of two halves. For the second week running, Manchester United have gone in at half-time without managing to get on the score sheet ourselves and had to turn it round and win in the second half. But it was different yesterday against West Ham at London Stadium compared to what we saw last week against Southampton. Against Southampton, United were probably a little bit disappointed, maybe unlucky even, to be behind at half-time, but that wasn't the case at London Stadium. West Ham played us off the park. West Ham created chance after chance after chance and probably was more than good enough for the 1-0 lead that they had at half-time. But come half-time, Ole made these substitutions, perhaps one of them being a forced substitution with the injury to Cavani. But he made the substitutions. United came out with a different mentality, different mindset, and a different attitude. And we went on to eventually win the game. United are grinding results out, and it was good to see. But I think these slow starts are eventually going to catch up to us. We will not continue to be as lucky as we have been, or even as unlucky as we have been at times to be behind. But we are going to run this short soon. We will definitely pick up a loss by going behind and giving the teams these opportunities. Some consistency and some just solid performances need to be discovered sooner rather than later. In at number 2 then, first half misery. Now, United were dreadful on and off the ball in the first half yesterday against West Ham, and despite the fact that we had 64% of possession going into half-time, we looked incapable of stringing together any sort of sequence of passes. West Ham had 12 shots, which is more than enough to win a game, let alone just be 1-0 ahead in a game. 12 shots in the first half, thanks to a ton of pressure. And United were fortunate to only be 1-0 down at half-time. Had HALVES scored their second instead of falling over when he was through, after beating Dean Henderson, it could well have been game over for United at that point. United actually made their possession count in the second half, though. We have now won more points from losing positions than any other team in Premier League history. 3 points yesterday made the total 385, surpassing Spurs' 383. If United can start to look consistently as dangerous as they did after the break this weekend, who knows where this team can go. We've seen that January post table where United are second only to Liverpool, although we would now be technically ahead of it for the moment, that is at least. And we've also seen this season's table, which sees us only 2 points off Liverpool, full stop. Manchester United are starting to put some sort of consistency together, and Manchester United do finally look like we've begun to turn the corner. We're not perfect yet. And I think a lot of the frailties comes from a lack of confidence. United are starting to show something like flashes of what we're capable of doing, but we have to round it out for 90 minutes. Number 3, subs save the day. Much like the introduction last weekend of Cavani at half-time, the introduction of Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford literally led to goals for Manchester United. He needed to change something at half-time, and change something he did. Arguably United's 2 best players at the moment in Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford introduced at half-time, as well as Juan Mata on the hour mark, and all 3 combined to blow West Ham away. Fernandes found Pogba on the edge of the area on 65 minutes to contribute to what was an unbelievable finish from Paul Pogba, before Mata supplied Rashford with an unbelievable ball for United's third. Of course, it would have been nice to give Fernandes and Rashford the break that they deserve, but it's reassuring to know that there's several players now who can step up and make a bit of an impact when needed. All 3 players helped United extend their longest winning away run in the league to 9 games. United have now won their first 5 away league games for the first time since 1985-86 season. Number 4, Greenwood is off the mark. It's understandable that Greenwood took a little bit more time to get going this season, but he took his first Premier League goal of the campaign brilliantly yesterday. What a finish it was. He started the game on the right, but when Marshall was forced off due to injury, he had a huge opportunity to impress in that central position. His touch to bring down Teller's cross and his cross-goal finish was exactly what he's capable of. And as many have already said, that was Van Persie-esque. It was fantastic. Greenwood's now already scored 20 senior goals for Manchester United. Since the start of last season, he's netted twice as many goals in all competitions than any other teenager playing for a Premier League side. With Marshall and Cavani both going off of injuries, perhaps now is the time for us to see Greenwood down the middle. And finally then, number 5, 2 points off the top. At full time, United went up to 4th in the table before the teams around us are going to start playing their games. Ahead of the rest of the weekend's action, we are just 2 points off the top of the table. Say it again. Because it doesn't feel like we're the team 2 points off the top. It doesn't feel like we were the team that had to go on the longest run in Europe. It doesn't feel like we were the team with the shortest pre-season. It doesn't feel like we're the team with one of the most horrendous runs of injuries to compound those other 2 factors. But that's where we are. That's who we are. And we are, this moment, technically, 1 win away from being 4 points clear of Manchester City and 1 draw away from being in the next round of the Champions League in the group of death. No team has won more games than Manchester United after 10 games this season, with 6, with just the early season defeats letting us down. It's now a bit premature to say that United should be in title conversation, and you won't find me doing that, but talk of a crisis whenever a single individual result doesn't go our way, it's got to go. It simply has to go. Since the start of February, United have won 51 points in the Premier League, which is more than any other team. Listen to me. Since the start of February, no other team has won more points than Manchester United. Equal games. More than any other team. This team is going in the right direction under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. If you can't see that, I don't know what to say to you. The consistency in performances will come. And it's only going to boost our credentials to be near the summit when it does. Think about when Anthony Martial starts scoring again, because at the moment he's almost a waste of a shirt. Think about when Paul Pogba starts consistently performing for Manchester United again. Think about when Cavani is match fit. Think about when Mason Greenwood's over his little crisis of confidence. Think about when Marcus Rashford regains his fitness. This is a team that's capable of doing things. This is a team that's capable of probably winning a trophy or 2. I don't think we're definitely in the mix to be title contenders, and I'm not sure that we're a team that I can definitely say could win the league. But as I said before, the talk of a crisis is wide of the mark. Well wide of the mark. With a little bit of patience, sometimes you can have nice things. Back the fucking lads. This is the man that's taking us there. This is the man that's doing the best job post Sir Alex Ferguson with a team that I actually fucking like. It's a big week ahead. We could lose both games. But imagine we win both. I think we're capable of doing that. See you on the other side.